but I'm kind of a doer. And I wanted to see if there was more things that we could be doing rather than just maybe funding money to. So we started our own in-house initiative that we called Save the Lifestyle. And actually, if you ever would happen to go to our site and look at that logo, it's STL obviously, but the S really had 4 different meanings. It was save, it was share, it was sustain, and it was support. And actually, I've kind of changed that now when I first talk about it, rather than saving the lifestyle, which if I was gonna level with you, that probably still is at my heart. But it's really evolved more to sharing that lifestyle. And that's what I'm hopeful that I can encourage all of you, as Rich very so much was, is that we all take more of a role in sharing what we all love with one another. So the supporting part obviously is supporting the habitat, it's supporting plants, it's supporting animals. We need all of that. It's sustaining opportunities, for youth or women or any minority group that might not be in the core group of the traditional white guy who likes to hunt or likes to do conservation. For me, there was another really important thing, and I guess I was kind of stuck on the S's, but preparing what we harvest. And I doubt that there's another guy in the room who will be as unknowledgeable as I am with preparing food. I think I can run a microwave, and that's about it. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I am admitting that that has to change. And I think that is another phenomenal opportunity for all of us who love the outdoors. Yes, we need to preserve habitat. Yes, we need to enhance animals. But there's a great opportunity to show people that this phenomenal game that we harvest is unbelievably delicious if you know how to prepare it. So another key thing that I think we can work on. Sharing, I think, is another huge opportunity. So I don't know if anybody in here has had a chance to ever meet Shane Mahoney. Anybody? So I don't know if you'd agree with me or not, one of the more impactful guys I've ever met. And I've been very fortunate over my career to spend time with some phenomenal people. And I got to share an elk camp with Shane. And one night sitting around the campfire, he told a little story that I don't think I'll ever forget. And it's again another benefit that we have of participating in the outdoors. And he talked about if we go mushroom hunting and we find a bunch, probably on the way home we might stop at a neighbor and say, hey, would you like a few of these? Or if we get into a great harvest of blackberries, we do the same thing. It's kind of in our nature to want to share. And by contrast, he threw in, he said, so when's the last time you went to the grocery store and you stopped on your way home and you knocked on Jimmy's door and said, hey, I just bought a loaf of bread and you need a couple pieces? So of course we don't do that, but there is this special connection to the outdoors about sharing that's just part of our core. And then I'm not trying to take credit for this at all, but I have said for a long time, as much as I try to get people to maybe enjoy hunting, to improve habitat, to preserve and save animals, the key thing that I really want more than anything is to just get more people outside. And my grandkids that do too much of this, and they're pretty good. And I've got good kids that make my grandkids go outside. That's what I really want. I want to get people outside. And I do believe there's a little bit of a movement right now. I'm not versed on this at all, but I'm just very glad that I'm starting to hear about it. They're now making connections. I think there's an in-health movement, it's called, about people getting outside legitimately feel better. So I'm very blessed to meet a lot of people, and one of those is Brad Lovelace, who's the secretary in Kansas of Wildlife and Conservation, and he stopped by last week, and we were talking about this meeting and kind of giving me a few tips of some things that I want to talk about, and he brought that up. And he believes, and I'm not doubting it for a second, that it's almost proven now that being in the outdoors makes you a better person. I mean, the specific example he gave, which I'm not disputing, but he said they did a study. And it was, I don't know if it was grade school kids, high school kids, it doesn't matter, it was students. And they measured whether doing some last minute cramming before a test or going on a nature walk, which one would help the students test better. And supposedly it was that nature walk. And when he told me that, I said, I knew it all along. So anyway, I think that's just another opportunity for us.